To welcome Indian coach Mr. Stephen Constantine and captain Mr. Sunil Chhetri. So coach, first time the Hero Intercontinental Cup is going to happen, which is starting tomorrow. So how are you looking forward to the tournament before facing Chinese Taipei in the opener?
It's always a great pleasure when the Indian national team is playing. For me, it's a great honour, as always. So we're looking forward to the games. I think we use these games as preparation for the Asian Cup, which I've said started as soon as we had qualified. So looking forward to playing Gary White and the Chinese Taipei. And of course, Kenya, New Zealand will give us different looks, different problems, and we need these games in our development process.
Floor is open, please. First one.
Coach, you said that as you go through the Asian Cup qualifiers, as you get closer to the Asian Cup, the quality of opponent that you face will get increasingly harder so that you can prepare for the tournament. Now that we have seen that some of the teams have not brought their first team to this tournament, do you think that is coming to fruition?
Look, that's something that we don't control. Kenya, whoever they bring, will be difficult. I've been in Africa for 5-6 years, so I know the quality of their players. And New Zealand have players playing all across Europe. Now, whether they're playing in League One or League Two or in the Championship, it doesn't matter. The quality of those leagues is what you have to look at. We will face good quality players in the Asian Cup. So I don't necessarily think that's a problem. We are using these games to develop, to improve and work on things for the Asian Cup. It's not about FIFA rankings, it's not about... I think we need to play national teams, of course, and so we will play to the best of our ability against whoever the coaches of the respective teams put out. We can't do more than that.
Next, please.
Coach, how has been the preparation different from other times, like for this time, because we are playing Kenya for the first time? So how has been the preparation different?
It hasn't. We prepare pretty much the same way for all our opponents in terms of the physical preparation. Now, how we tactically match up is another story. We've watched all three of these teams, we've analysed all three of them, we've broken things down, and we will set out our plans to try and win each of these games before the game.
Next. No.
Sunil, it's been an intense camp from what we've seen, training a couple of times a day, some pool activities, etc. How are you all feeling physically and preparedness for this tournament?
Sure, I think me and the boys feel really good. I think Danny works really hard. There was a mixed bag of players, some of them who hadn't played for a month, some of us who had just finished a game in Bangladesh. So I think he had all the data and he was quite on the point as to who needs what. And I think as we're going to start the tournament tomorrow, we all are most probably on the same page. And as far as desire is concerned, everyone has given the 200%.
Coach, you have just added one analyst who is from Norway and another person who is working on the rehabs of the players. So how addition of these two guys in your contingent has given you more and more advantage before the tournament?
Well, we added Joel Carter, who is from Australia, sports science and rehab specialist. He replaces Claudio Altieri, who we had in the previous camp. He works with individual players who are not quite ready, or they have some small injuries. We don't want to put them in with the other guys, obviously, because it's a different level, different pace. He works on certain areas where they can strengthen, improve, which is fantastic. I think the players really enjoy and need those sessions that they have. Klaus Pettersen from Norway, who I've known for a while, is a coach in his own right. He's coached in Norway in second, third division as an assistant. But his main area is match analysis, and we have broken down our opponents. We have had one-on-one with individual players, so we broke ourselves down. How do we do? What do we do? How do we do it? We have video clips from training that we use. We have video clips from games that we look at these video clips to see how we can get better. And I think it's a fantastic addition to the group. And again, I have to thank the AIFF for allowing me to do this, because it costs. But I think in the long run, it's going to be worth it leading up to the Asian Cup.
Coach, 8 months to go for the Asian Cup. How are these 8 months going to be for the national team? One. And second, do you have a settled squad now, or are you still in hunt of a few players that can strengthen the side? Can you repeat the first question, please? 8 months to go for the Asian Cup. Yeah. How will be the Indian team's plan in those 8 months?
Okay, we have quite a program coming up if you include the Asian Games. Then there's the SAF. Then you have the October, November windows, and obviously there will be a camp before we end up going to the UAE. So quite busy schedule. You throw in the I-League and the ISL games. There is a lot of football to be played between now and when we have to decide who gets on the plane. Of course, I am always looking at players who can come in and help us and improve us. We have a relatively young squad. I think 11 of the 23 are under 23. So also looking to the future, but we need the old heads, one of them sitting next to me, to be able to lead, guide, and mentor these young players. It's not easy. So we have a full schedule. I hope by the time we get to November that we are injury free and we make India proud.
Sunil, you are standing at a crucial juncture of your career. So, how has been that long journey for you so far? Playing 98 games, scoring 56 goals for the national team. So, how has been the journey since the debut against Pakistan?
It's been an absolute honor to play for my country. To have been fortunate to score that many goals. It's just because of everyone involved with all the games, the coaches, the players, the masseurs, the physios, the ball boys, everyone that I've been involved with. Because of all of them, I've been able to continue till now, and it stays the same. And as far as my mantra is concerned, I love playing for my country. There is no other feeling than this. It's unparalleled, and I enjoy doing it, and I'll give my best till the time I can, and that's it.
Sunil, it's been a long season for Bengaluru, the AFC Cup, the Super Cup, and the ISL. And there are quite a few players from the club in the camp. How are you guys feeling physically?
Now I'm feeling fine. Playing matches is something where you don't get mentally bogged down. So whenever there's an opportunity to play a game, you always feel good. When we came over here on the 18th, we played on the 16th. I think me, Udanta, Gurpreet and Subhash before here, and there were separate systems and trainings for us a little bit, and then slowly and steadily everyone combined. So I think, as I said, when we came over here, there were some players who hadn't played for a month. There were a few players like us who had just finished a tournament. But right now, if you ask me, I feel absolutely fine, really fit. And I think everyone of us, if you're talking about Bangalore FC, all of us are feeling really good.
Sunil, there's not a lot of people we can ask or whose opinion is as valuable as yours in terms of where Indian football was and where it is today. Could you just give us, from when you made your debut, coming onto your 100th appearance now, a profile of where you see Indian football growth is taken?
I think we are much more aware, and the interest is much more now. And it's not only the players, but just the whole euphoria in the country. I think we as Indians are more aware and the interest is much more now. Apart from that, I don't want to compare the kind of players that I played with and the kind of players that I'm playing with because that will be what 20 to 30 years. I don't want to do that. But yes, it's just that we are more aware. Boys now have more knowledge about what to do, what not to do, and everyone takes on whatever knowledge is given to them right at the national camp and also at all their clubs. When I speak to them, everyone knows about nutrition, everyone knows about how to take care of them. They are much more aware, and that's, I think, one of the biggest changes that I can tell you in the last 10 years, that the boys are more aware and the interest is much more in the country.
Coach, taking it forward, during the 2 tenures that you have been coaching India, so what has been the differences? He spoke about the players' point of view, from the coach's point of view.
I think Sunil hit the nail on the head. There's much more awareness about the game from the general public. More knowledge, people are more knowledgeable than they were before. Obviously there's more information out there. But I think we have the last 4 years we have gone to a new level, and we have to continue this. It's not good enough for India to qualify to the Asian Cup once in every 8 or 50 years. We need to do it every 4 years. And then only we will be a team that can think about qualifying for the World Cup. The ISL and the Reliance Group, who have introduced the ISL, if you like, has raised the profile like never before. I mean, I was sitting in Kigali, Rwanda, watching ISL, just to let you know. It needs to get better. Every year I think it gets better. We need less foreigners, which again will happen this year. And that in turn will help the development of the Indian players. But I think we are on a road that there is no turning back.
Last one. Sorry, Chimanjit last.
Question to both coach and captain. The other teams, they've spoken about how they're looking at India for this tournament as the team to beat and give their young squad a chance to test themselves against the best in this tournament. But for you guys, I mean, is there some pressure of expectation given that you are the higher team as well to win this one?
If you ask, I mean, we boys had a meeting and we definitely want to take the team on a given day. Like, we're just thinking about Chinese Taipei tomorrow. But on our head, it's just about the preparation of how we're going to play in UAE also. So what we spoke was just to go there and give our best and to make sure that, we put our best foot forward. Because as the gaffer said, that there are a few more places to be grabbed. And there are a few new players in our team right now. So the general meeting that we have amongst us players is just to go there and give everything we got. We are going to make some technical errors. We are going to make some normal errors, which we do as a players. But as far as desires is concerned, it has to be there. It doesn't matter what happens in the game. Of course, we want to win all the games that we play for our nation. But in this tournament, I think for us as players, just players, the main agenda for us right now is to give everything that we got and to make sure that we raise our bar as far as desires is concerned, because that has to be top notch.
Yeah, look, I agree with Sunil. I think it's about performance, it's about work. It doesn't matter who we play, whether they bring this team or that team, whoever's in front of us is the team that we need to beat. We have gone into every single game in my time wanting to win the game. I mean, it doesn't always happen, but it's not through lack of effort and determination from the players. I can tell you that. They're one of the hardest working teams I've ever been with. So we will go out and we will play. I think the boys, all of the boys now, the boys that are here and the boys that are not here, are thinking, how can I be on that plane? And everything depends on their performances in training and with the national team. So I think Sunil's comments were correct. We're thinking about giving everything we have in every game that we represent India.
Captain, you just talked about the enthusiasm and around awareness around Indian football. So there's a fan movement growing around this tournament, and you have fans from Mumbai opening the doors to other fans who are traveling to Mumbai to attend games. Any words for those fans?
That, my friend, is absolutely brilliant. I saw it on the internet, some of them messaged me. I don't know from where they got my number, but it's absolutely brilliant, man. This is something that I've played enough for my nation and it hasn't happened. There's some 300 traveling fans and all the 300 ones who are struggling with accommodation or food, whatever. People in Mumbai, the fans in Mumbai are ready to help, which is so good. There's a big platform where they chat, where they talk about banners and everything, and it's a great movement, man. As a player, when you go to a ground where you know that people want you to succeed and people come to support you, it's an unbelievable feeling, man. It's great. We have that in Bangalore. We're blessed to have that in Bangalore. We have in Mumbai, and it's so good that not only people from Mumbai who support India, but also from everywhere they are ready to come, and it's not easy. Some of the boys, some of the lads, they are college-going kids who don't have money also. They arrange stuff, they broke their pocket money and stuff and they come. And I really appreciate it. And I want to thank all of them who are coming. And we'll make sure that we put on a show for them.
I'd just like to add, there's only one word to describe that, and that's class. Absolute class.
This is for you, Stephen. Back in 2015, you said that your prime target is to get the Indian team into the top 100 nations, FIFA ranked nations. Now that we have achieved that, and we have also managed to get into a relatively favorable draw in Asian Cup. So, what will be your approach from now on? Because we have seen the conscious effort that India has been trying to develop through the FIFA ranking systems. Now, from now on, since you have achieved the target of being within the top 100 nations, what would be your target next?
Look, as I said before, the FIFA rankings are somewhat misleading in that there are teams below us who are better than us, and there are teams above us who are not as good as us. It depends on games, where you play, and I wish I had the ability to fix those, but I don't. The purpose of, or the importance given to the FIFA rankings is purely for the draw, for being in the draw. If you are not in a certain place, you have to go in pre-qualifiers. If you are in a certain place, you get direct entry. This is why, or this is the only importance that I give the FIFA rankings, because we need to be at a certain level to be considered for that. So you asked me what my goal is: get out the group.
Yes, we are done. Thank you everyone. Best of luck, coach. Best of luck, Sunil. Just to add to that, today